Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the third episode of Season 2 of Stargate SG1 called Prisoners. Last time we saw the team under attack by the Goa'uld and Sam tried to save someone that had been seriously injured. She was then inhabited by a Goa'uld herself. Another person from the planet was on the verge of death due to burns and was taken to a medical facility on Earth. Sam visited Cassandra from a previous episode, and she was able to detect the Goa'uld inside Sam. She told Jack, and they were able to stop Sam before she escaped through the Stargate. The other seriously injured man from the planet healed himself due to also having a Goa'uld inside him. He then seemed to be scanning other survivors at the hospital. Locked up, the Goa'uld inside Sam said that it was actually a good Goa'uld who was fighting against the tyranny of the others. It only entered Sam after its previous host had died. The man was actually a Goa'uld assassin that was hunting for the one inside Sam, and he managed to access the base and attacked Sam. Before it died, the Goa'uld inside Sam saved her, sacrificing itself. The other Goa'uld was stopped by Teal'c before it could escape. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. I had a big spider run across my floor the other day. It didn't last long.
Any signs of radio traffic in the last 24 hours? Any chemical traces in the air to indicate civilization?
None, sir.
Interesting chemical traces.
We'll flag it for aerial survey.
Wonder what kind of test they do for that. Radio, obviously, I would have thought they'd pick up much. Most planets they go to are pretty basic. Or primitive, I should say.
Just relax. Come with us.
Well, he looks very scared. Where are they taking him? They're taking him to the Stargate?
What?
Well, looks like a ship of some kind. And they picked up no radio transmissions or chemical traces, whatever that would involve.
Justice. Taldor means justice.
Oh, well done. Bit late.
You trespass on ancient grounds.
You helped for sure?
What, who, this guy? Yeah?
So why was he there?
We don't know anything about a murder. He was running from something. He stopped for help. We helped.
For the crimes of trespassing on the ancient grounds.
Of aiding a murderer, you will be sent through the Stargate.
To where?
To the prison Hadante.
For the remainder of your lives.
Crumbs. They have a fairly harsh justice system. That guy, he's been accused of murdering. Well, accused and found guilty of murdering. I'm dubious whether he did, from his reaction, the way he was. And just by association, they're found guilty as well. And trespass. And having weapons on sacred ground. Which, see, that's the thing. I mean, by their laws, they are guilty of that at least. That's tricky, because do they abide by the laws of the planets that they visit? They should, obviously they don't know what they are. So this is a prison. I would assume there's no dial home device there, so people can get chucked in, but they can't get out.
This sucks. Why are they whistling?
An intimidation tactic?
Oh my god.
What?
Whoever it was must have been standing in front of the gate when it opened.
Oh, when it does that, that plume comes out. It vaporized him, committed suicide, rather than stay at the prison. An immediate way to go, I suppose. He'd be vaporized.
You have been sent through the Great Circle.
Well, yes, but that was...
You have been sentenced to life imprisonment for your crimes.
So that's it. Anyone sentenced to life is sent there. There's no shorter term.
This woman is under my protection. Is that clear, Vishnu?
Why are those really big guys scared of her? Because they appear to be.
I know what it is to be a woman in Hadante.
She's not what she seems to be. What is she?
I think that's about it for the welcome wagon.
No gift basket?
This is our situation. What do we need?
Well, a dial home device would be nice.
Unlikely.
Power to free up the superconductive ring on the Stargate.
So that we may dial the gate manually.
Right, so we're looking for a power source.
I'm guessing
Teal'c,
no.
Looks scary and take point.
I mean, I don't know. There's power there. It's just a forest.
We're with him.
And the problem is, if they escape, that means that everyone else can. And whilst I think a lot of them are possibly innocent or not deserving to be there for life, some of them probably are.
Yes.
What's that light? I saw someone with flame, but there's other lights, which doesn't appear to be a flame of some kind, which means it must have a power source.
You are very strong, yes?
I am.
Maybe you challenge Vishnu? Maybe you win.
Again, that Vishnu was the big guy we saw, and he was scared of that woman. Why? If he's meant to be the big, powerful one, what is she?
Daniel, you and Teal'c keep looking around Botany Bay here. Carter and I are going to have a little chat with...
Linnea.
Something's generating the power around here, and she seems to be in charge.
Okay, I mean, there's not much, but the lights certainly seem to be powered by something.
We're getting SG3's remote transmitter signal, sir.
So they've sent more people to the original planet, which is against the law of that planet. Bit of budget saving there. So because it was just them there, not someone being chased and hunted, they weren't detected, and they obviously didn't find SG1.
Sooner or later, all new arrivals come here
Well, yeah, because the way you were.
to an entirely different world. One that once teemed with life, but no more. That's why the Taldor turned it into a prison. They could see no other use. Many here believe
I don't agree with what I'm about to say, but I can see that a planet with, I don't know, just lots of people who feel like they're above everything would find a planet like that a good way of just getting rid of the poor, the needy, those who will drain on society, in their opinion. They just sentence them to life and send them off to that planet where they're gone, never heard of again. I can understand why they would do that. Like I said, I do not agree with it, but so yeah, who knows? Even if that guy was guilty of the crime, I don't know when we're going to find out that. But it might just be an excuse just to get rid of people.
when a prisoner comes through the Stargate, they can be caught in the Circle's Great Wave and returned to the other side.
Ah, so he didn't commit suicide. He was just trying to escape.
Anything inside its radius is completely disintegrated.
There was a pair of smoking feet standing in...
If they believe it is escape, who am I to say it is not?
Well, it is an escape, just not a great one.
We need power.
There are many forms of power, my dear.
Well, for the moment, we just need...
Actual power, yeah.
And
Electrical
we
power.
both have something the other wants.
What does she want?
Letters offered no further explanation.
Only that they'd been accused of a crime and sent to the Stargate to...
Why weren't they accused of the crime?
I was going to take my men back.
No, you did the right thing returning to base.
Why weren't they
Become a diplomatic problem.
arrested for trespass and carrying weapons on sacred ground? Ah, okay. I was assuming the Stargate was on the sacred ground. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe SG1, when they were scouting the area, moved on to sacred ground. This is a bit weird. From what they were saying, it would make sense that the whole area around the Stargate was sacred ground because no one was there. There were no tracks or anything. So it's a bit weird. But if that's the case, then why weren't they arrested for the crime? As we've seen, they're quite severe over Yeah, a bit weird.
These are my activators.
Are we talking about organically based cold fusion?
I do not know your terminology.
Of course you wouldn't.
Whatever organic mineral the roots are made of serves as a catalyst, causing the atoms of her chemicals to fuse together.
Well, I was going to say, is that going to have enough power to generate the Stargate? But actually, it sounds like it might, or a few of them. How? How do you get to connect that to the Stargate?
Provide the power we need, and we'll take you with us.
But don't forget, you're in a prison. Not everyone there is going to be innocent.
This structure is the ruins of some sort of alien gate terminal, probably over 15,000 years old. Now that almost certainly predates human civilization, which is not of any use per se.
No, but it's interesting. Non-human aliens again.
If we take her back with us.
Well, can we just do that? I mean, we don't even know what she's in here for.
Mm-hmm.
Linnea has done something to earn the respect of these prisoners.
Yeah, what?
She warned that man to stay away from Sam. I saw fury,
Yep.
not respect.
Yep.
Any place like this has its own set of rules. They don't have to make sense. Linnea's obviously done whatever she's needed to do to survive.
Yeah, what?
Without remote transmitters, we still have no access to Earth.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Incoming.
Where would they go? They couldn't go to Earth. They'd have to go somewhere they know Earth visit so that they could get picked up. God, imagine standing in front of that. I mean, you would literally be vaporized in an instant. You probably wouldn't even feel a thing. That food looks nice. Oh, what is she? Is she literally not what she seems to be? Is she some sort of shapeshifter, or is she just capable of some really horrible things? She must have an ability to immediately cause harm or to kill someone. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so scared. She must be able to immediately do something, but we haven't seen yet. Otherwise, if she took time to do things, they would kill her. To be fair, probably still better than most of my cooking.
SG1 broke the law on P3X775. We don't have to agree with their law, but we may have to respect it.
Right.
Just made an honest mistake.
Yeah.
They believe in zero tolerance almost religiously. No appeals process, essentially a single sentence, life imprisonment for nearly all offenses.
But ignorance of the law is no excuse for is not a defence in, well, I was going to say on our planet, but that's probably more perhaps in America. Is a better way of putting it. Because I don't know for definite if it is in other countries. So they were ignorant of the law. So it's tricky, but I'm glad he's addressed it. Surprised the general's not going along with it though.
They're far more technologically advanced than we are. We couldn't possibly succeed in extracting SG1, and we'd just be making an enemy.
They've already made an enemy.
Sir, they're open to relations with us.
Sir, this is nuts.
No, he's absolutely right.
For tomorrow, your unit is scheduled for a standard recon of P2A 509. I expect you to be ready to carry out your mission.
He's very gung-ho.
Let them know we mean business. Better yet, I'll tell them.
Ooh. Yeah, so you got one side going for the diplomatic way, which is the right way in this circumstance, for all the reasons he just said, and the other one's like, let's go get them. Yeah, that's not the right way of doing it in this situation, at least. Diplomatic is the only way you can do it. To start with, at least, they need more information.
My crime.
Yeah.
It began with a terrible plague among the people who sent you here. I offered my knowledge. Instead of inhibiting the disease's progress, my medicine accelerated its effects.
Then they blamed you.
Nah, not that simple.
Do not think that I am innocent.
What you're saying is that you take responsibility for your actions.
No. Everyone's too scared of her. There's something really bad about her.
It is only a matter of time before Vishnu and his followers challenge your friends. That if they fail, they will not live to try again.
I can imagine there'll be lots of murders and death there. Limited resources. They kill off other prisoners to get better resources, more food, new shoes.
To put it frankly, they're arrogant, narrow-minded, self-centered.
I got the picture.
But they do seem to want to maintain diplomatic contact.
Surprised he'd be allowed to go off base. I would have thought they'd have someone, a senior negotiator available to go and do this kind of thing.
Well, here goes.
Has he never been through? Oh my god. Oh, that's so weird. That it's the first time he's been through. Nice.
Okay, so Samaria's out. So is Chulak.
Trying to work out the addresses.
Okay, well, P3A 707 might work, but there's no telling how long we'd be there before.
I mean, there's that planet that they made friends with, where they took the Broken Divide episode where they came like cavemen. They're good friends with those people. There's the planet where Jack aged. Apparently they're getting on well with them. So there's certainly places they could go to that are friendly. It's just then whether Earth are going to visit to them for them to meet up and get back home. Because obviously they can't dial, well, they can dial Earth, but without some kind of communication device or the iris code, they can't get back to Earth. So there's certainly places they can go to. I mean, for now, they're better off just picking a friendly place and get going there. Then work out the best place to go to after that. I mean, that would make more sense. Forget being specific, just get somewhere friendly. Get out of there.
What's going on?
See another prisoner?
What? Excuse me? Listen to me.
Oh god.
You won't escape. You'll die.
Oh. I mean, Daniel cut that a bit fine.
How dare you interfere?
Like she said, don't take away their hope.
I told you this was going to happen.
Where's Tilk? Whoa. Is that a gold device? Is she a gold? Did Tilk just get stabbed?
Still alive, just barely.
Yeah, I think he did.
You are the one called General Hammond?
Yes.
From Texas.
By using the word responsible, the General is in no way assuming accountability for the actions of SG1. I don't want you to end up in prison.
He's good.
I would gladly hold myself responsible.
For his people. Set them free. He'll take their place.
As a matter of fact, if you would allow me to take the place of SG1...
You ordered them to aid a murderer?
No.
Then you're not guilty. Release is impossible.
Why?
There are no returns from it, Dante.
Okay, well they have more information now at least. So it wasn't just... it wasn't the trespass that got them chucked into the jail, it was the aiding the murderer.
I took food. I was hungry, starving. They sent me here.
For life.
He's blind.
Yes.
She's now going to see, I'm assuming. He got scared when he saw her. I think he recognised her.
Well, you actually want to fight, Danny boy.
No, he didn't.
I don't particularly remember getting the upper hand. SG3 was scheduled to go on a mission to P2A 509.
Perfect.
And this just came to you?
No, this came to me while I was suffocating.
Power the gate and manually dial in while the other prisoners are off eating.
Ah. Yeah, because they can't do it when everyone else is around. So how are they going to attach the power sources to the Stargate?
What are they waiting for?
You must distribute the food.
The thing is, once they've dialed and left, in theory, everyone else can dial and leave, although they have to have an address to go to. And obviously, we know from the first few episodes of the film that it randomly picking is unlikely to find anywhere. Plus, how long are those power sources going to last? And if she's going with them, she's not going to be there to help. I think I'd say let them have it.
Thank you.
The buffet is now open.
Okay, well, I guess.
So is that other guy Vishnu, or is he dead? Did she kill him, or I thought she just made him unconscious? And obviously they don't know that it was her. Also, they're using the vines as cables, because she said they'll transmit, because the material it's made of will transmit the electricity or the power. I think they said in the past that the Stargate itself can absorb power, so I assume just getting power onto it, it's going to absorb, just whether there's enough to actually generate a... Oh. Will that be a yes? Well, that's the problem. Right. And none of them have the knowledge. God, that would be horrible. So close to being able to escape and have it taken away from you. But yeah, they haven't got the knowledge to do what the others did.
Daniel remembered that SG3 would be there, sir. Major Warren found us and was good enough to let us borrow a transmitter to open the iris.
Thing is, how did they know it was them? That's the whole point of their iris codes, is to prove it's them. They could be duplicates or all sorts of different things. There could be gold inside them. That's the whole point, is that they don't allow people without those codes to get back to Earth that easily. They surely should have kept them on that planet, or at least taken them somewhere else, and then had medical teams come out to check. I mean, that's a huge security risk.
I've never seen such a place. It seems so alien.
I can't work out what she is. Is she a gold? I think that was a gold device.
In the meantime, I'd like you all to report to the infirmary.
I mean, her knowledge, I mean, that power that she can generate would be good for Earth.
Found him lurking near our base camp, sir. You need to hear this.
Oh, he recognized her.
Former blind man I was telling you.
So who is she?
First thing I see, destroyer of worlds.
She told Carter there was a plague. She offered to help.
Not help.
She created it.
She started it.
So why is everyone why are the others so scared of her on that planet, though?
And the Stargate system spans thousands of worlds?
Theoretically, even more than that. We've charted several hundred already.
That's a lot.
It's all in the computers. I'll show you.
This shall not be forgotten.
Yeah, they're giving her free access to all the data.
By the time they caught her, she had destroyed half a world.
What purpose?
What's going on?
Unauthorized gate activation.
Is she going to escape?
Abort the countdown. Get a team to the gate room.
It's sealed, sir.
Unseal it. Colonel O'Neill, effect the manual override.
You think they'd have some sort of kill device, literally hit a button, kills power and stops everything from happening. In fact, I'd set it up to kill power and automatically close the iris and then kill power. That would be like a default. Self-destruct.
Codes have been erased.
So how are they going to stop it? Why didn't it blow up? Okay, so she didn't kill them because they helped free her. But that's it.
We let her out.
The destroyer of worlds.
Huh. I'm a bit confused by this one. There's a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. Okay. So I don't understand her motivation. Why is she a destroyer of worlds? What is she getting out of it? Is it just to perfect a weapon that can kill people? Was it all just a test? The big thing I don't get is why everyone was so scared of her on the prison planet. To have there's no reason for them to have that kind of fear or reaction. No, that's not true. They could be afraid of her, but there's no reason for them to be scared of any kind of retaliation from her. That big bloke could have just gone over and snapped her neck and that's it. It's not... I can't see that she could do anything to them. The only reason you'd be afraid of someone like that is if you try to attack them and they can immediately retaliate and kill you or hurt you outright themselves. She didn't seem to be able to do that. Her abilities seem to be more mental and because she picked up the computer quickly. Alright, she had that gold hand device, but again, grab her quickly, snap her neck. I mean, it doesn't quite make sense to me. It really doesn't. Why they be so scared of her? No, I don't get that. As a group, they could easily have killed her and got rid of her. Again, with someone on the base just visiting and then taking over everything. I don't understand how they could do that. Things like just getting through passwords. I suppose she did something to Sam. She might have got access to most of it, but she shouldn't be able to wipe all the passwords and all that sort of stuff. That doesn't make sense. So she's now escaped. I'm assuming she's going to be back in the future. That's a rhetorical question. I don't want to know the answer. But it seems to have set up that we'll see her again. So what is she going to be doing? Don't know. Very interesting to see what happens there. That's quite good in some ways that they're setting some things up to happen in the future. I quite like that actually. It'd be nice to have some callbacks. I'm still a bit... no, I'm not actually. I was about to say I'm a bit confused about why they got arrested in the first place, but it looks like it was just the association with the murderer. That wasn't addressed. Did he murder someone? I don't think he did from the way he was reacting. But we're never going to find out whether he did or didn't. So they got arrested, sentenced to that prison planet because of their association to him. But the others came to the Stargate. Nothing happened to them. So say the Stargate can't have been on the sacred ground, which that doesn't make sense because if the sacred ground so close to the Stargate, which it must have been because SG1 were doing a scout around the area, I would have assumed the Stargate would be on sacred ground. That's why it would be sacred, because it's... maybe not. That doesn't actually make sense. They send prisoners through the Stargate. It wouldn't be on sacred ground. Yeah, take it back. Don't know. It's a bit wishy-washy, the whole beginning bit. I wish they clarified a few things. I don't know. It doesn't sit with me right. It was an alright episode. Not a strong one in my opinion. It's just a few things that didn't quite make sense. And don't know. Don't know. Not one of my favourite ones. Yeah, let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and she'll see you for the next one. Be seeing you.